Today's video may possibly unlock your golf swing like never before. Yes, it's about the grip, but this, my friends, is more influential than any other swing component that you might want to work on. The grip will change, of course, your face angle alignment. It will change the bend you see in the sky. It will change your impact. It will change your forearm rotation. It will change your arm lift. It will change your hip rotation. It will change your chest rotation. It will change the way you use your feet. It will change the way you use the lag and load in your downswing. I could go on. That is how influential this grip is. Every single swing aid out there is trying to fight what your grip is trying to tell the club face to do. There are principally 4 positions of the hands on the golf club. There is a weak hold in the left hand and a strong hold in the left hand. There's a weak hold in the right hand and there's a strong hold in the right hand. Those are the 4 positions. Now the matrix of which you are playing golf with will ultimately determine how you move all of those various components that I just targeted. With TrackMan and with the data points that I have in front of me, I want to give you some insight into how you can very, very quickly change what you see in the sky, what you feel at impact with a simple static swing change. A static swing change is a grip, is a setup, is a ball position, is a foot alignment, a posture alignment. Changing statics are so much easier than changing dynamics, and I've got a great video coming out very soon on dynamics. Stay tuned for that because that is monumental. So let's talk about the 4 positions of the grip. With the aid of the TrackMan up here, I've got the attack angle, club path, face angle, and face to path. Fighting a little bit of a head cold here, so sorry if I'm sounding a little bit more like Darth Vader than Stuart Cartwright. The face to path value is the one that we're really going to focus on today. The face to path is what details the bend in the sky that we will see. If that face to path value is a positive number, you will see a golf ball bend away to the right. If that face to path value is a negative value, that golf ball will bend away to the left. Now, depending on how much that face to path value is positive or negative, will mean the implications that that face to path value gives you, the implications of it will be how much you have to change your golf swing to make that golf ball go straight. And so you can see that as I got the face to path value more open and more shut, the value started to change a little bit more. As I get that face to path value much closer to 0, all of a sudden I get some more neutral values in path and attack angle. People, when I hit shots on here and I pull up all of the zeros, I'm really not good. I just know how to move. And I'm trying to give this to you. That's why this is how simple this game is and how complex the world is making it. Anyway, get off your soapbox, Stuart. So the 4 positions of the grip are crucial. And let's start at the top of the pyramid. Numero uno is the left hand. The left hand is the ultimate pivot point of the golf club. The linkage between the shoulder and the club head. That linkage point is what that golf club is going to feel more than anything. But not only is it going to feel only what that left hand does in its entirety, but it's also going to send energy or a lack of energy into the shoulder and the body. And what I mean by that is that how weak your grip might be or how strong your grip might be will either try and inspire good dynamics or poor dynamics. Poor dynamics can be something like casting the golf club, pulling your arms in, all of those nasty impact conditions that probably you're fighting out there. Good dynamics might be lovely leverage, maybe good leg action down through strike, good angles of attack, all of those good dynamics that make golf shots go in a decent direction with lots of energy. The grip has the biggest influence on those ingredients. And so the left hand, we have always just labeled as, well, more knuckles or less knuckles. It's not as simple as that, folks. It's a simple grip, but it's not as simple as show more knuckles, show less knuckles. You've either got a strong grip or a weak grip. And if there's any ladies out there watching my channel, I get a very small percentage of ladies. The grip, if anything, is even more important to you. So if you know a lady golfer, send them this video because this is absolutely crucial. The reason why it's more important, if you are slightly weaker in strength, then you need a better hold. A better hold will give you more strength. So if you are a senior golfer and you are looking for more power, get a great grip. A great grip will give you so much more energy. So let's talk about the left hand. And I did a video, this is it, where it talks about the left hand, but I'm going to go over that again. This left hand, the pad of that left hand needs to be on the top of that golf club. The pad of that left hand needs to be on the top. I don't care how many knuckles are showing or how few knuckles are showing. I am trying to make you create a press up with the pad of your hand on the golf club. So if I was going to do a press up, things I do for YouTube videos, if I'm going to do a press up on that golf club, so I've now got force on the handle with the pad of my hand. I now stand up off the floor. I now grip the golf club with my fingers. There's the left hand. There's the crease. Get yourself down the range. Get yourself half naked in the front room. Get the video on. Start doing some press ups on your golf club. But make sure you draw the blinds. Don't let the neighbours see. So I've got my left hand on the golf club and I've got that kink. Now the other grip that you might see. So I've got a decent amount of knuckles showing there. A decent amount of knuckles showing there. I'm now going to pop that club back down on the floor and I'm now going to do a press up with my fingers facing forwards. So there's the press up. Fingers now facing forwards. This way. And then I'm going to take the grip and then I'm going to put my hand on. Still see 4 knuckles, can't you? But look how different that hold is. And that's the difference between a strong grip with your left hand and a weak grip with the left hand. You have to break for a nose blow. I'm back. So the grip with the press up, the correct press up, that's the correct hold, that's the poor hold. Now the derivative of a left hand can then be showing few knuckles. Now I want to show you the impact of the two grips, a weak grip and the grip that I inspire. The one I inspire is the very first left hand position. So first up, we're going to use the weaker hold. So I'm showing you lots of knuckles. It's in the palm of my hand. Grip on. I'm just going to make my right hand neutral for now. We're going to talk about the right hand in a minute. So now I'm going to swing the golf club and I'm going to make some shots happen. And I'm just making my regular swing occur. All of a sudden, this particular grip, when it's running through the palm of the hand, will really inhibit your wrist set. It's a really nasty feeling. It's a really nasty feeling. And so again, it's showing lots of knuckles, but it's in the palm of my hand. And you can see that I'm really struggling to make that golf ball bend, but yet I'm showing you lots of knuckles. The other derivative of a weak left hand is when you have a thumb down the middle and you show no knuckles. This is your more common weak grip. And the proliferation of, proliferation of strong holds has just been about showing lots of knuckles. And I get that a lot on my lesson tee, showing lots of knuckles, but I have to say to people, that's still a weak hold. The other traditional, as I say, weak hold is a thumb down the middle showing no knuckles at all. Then when you swing the golf club back, the face really gets open and you really start to see that ball pop out to the right. And of course, you're seeing, again, that was so open that TrackMan didn't like it, you're seeing thumb down the middle, weak with the left hand. You're seeing a face to path value down in the right hand corner there. You're seeing a face to path value that's positive. Gosh, TrackMan really isn't enjoying that. Let's just make that a little less. Hopefully we'll get that one. So the face to path value is really very positive, which is why you're seeing lots of bend to the right. It gives the golf club a lot of dynamic loft. Now, if I was to play the game with one of those holds, either so much in the palm or the thumb down the middle, what would very soon happen is to combat that shot to the right, I would start to swing the golf club outside in to try to fix the ball bending to the right. So now I'm 11 degrees outside in. I'm hitting down at 9 degrees because I'm pulling the golf club for so long. And as I pull the golf club for so long, it then makes the angle of attack improve. But of course, if I want that ball to go straight, I'm going to have to change the face, and then all of a sudden you start to try to close the face over, and before you know it, you're coming outside in, you've got a closing face, and then you're hitting massive pulls out to the left. 15 outside in, 6 down. Well, brilliant. Well done you for getting this angle of attack down, but 15 across, and now I've got a face to path neutral. And all of that mess has come from having a poor left hand. It's that simple, folks. Honestly, it's that simple. But yet our disdain for grip change, and I hear it all the time, oh, don't like a grip change. If you've made a good grip change, within 8 to 12 shots, you will have a wow moment. It's that simple. So the left hand is super, super crucial. So let's now put the correct grip on, the press-up grip, into the palm, into the pad of the hand, close the fingers on, there's the kink in the left hand. I now make a swing, and all of a sudden I start to have a face to path value that's now starting to get way more neutral. I just made my swing. It just seems to come up zeroed out and 5.2 down. Who knew, eh? So understanding that that grip in the left hand is absolutely crucial. So to recap on that, get the club down, the toe of the golf club facing up to the sky. It's obviously not going to be able to stay there when I stand down. I'm going to put my hands pushed out to the side, toe of the golf club up, press up on, stand up, pull it into the pad of my hand, close the fingers on, you're done. There is the left hand. It is that simple, folks. That is the orientation that I would like you to have your left hand on, so that you can get the club face working in the right manner. So the left hand, crucial. Absolutely crucial. The right hand is slightly more interesting. The right hand really changes the way this right shoulder, the right forearm, and the right hip, how that works. Understand, if you have some form of weak hold, to a point that I do probably 15 Skillist lessons a week. Check me out on Skillist, it's a remote coaching app. I must do 15 lessons a week, and every single new client I have, I invariably have to talk them through their hold. Yet they've watched a lot of my content and they believe their grip is in the right place. So the grip is fundamentally an issue with golfers across the world. You've changed the hold, you change everything. So once you get the left hand in the right spot, the face immediately pulls in line, and it will really highlight where the weaknesses are in your game. So you get the left hand in the right spot. Now the right hand really starts to encourage how we start to move in our backswing. Because the minute we move around the ball, the minute the golf club swings back, that club head is really pointing right of the target. At that point, a golfer feels like he's vulnerable to the right, especially if he's got some form of weak hold. And as I say, it's not about how many knuckles. Remember, I've said that. It's about the placement in the hand. So if a club is swinging inside and around us, and that linked with a weak hold, you can see that an inside golf club and a weak hold would deliver a path from the inside with an open face, which wouldn't end well. And so that weak hand, to some denomination that you've got, will stop the right side of the body, the right shoulder, the right arm loading properly in the backswing. What do I hear more than anything, and probably everyone out there? Can't turn in my backswing, can't complete my backswing, get a bit short, can't load the golf club. All of these variables that are battling, because if you can't have a face angle that's trying to return itself back straight, you can't make a completed backswing a full backswing. And then what happens? We start to get this right hand that makes up the shortfall of the left hand. And so I've now got a weak left hand in a traditional sense. Thumb down the middle, no knuckles being shown. But as I say, it's not as simple as more knuckles, less knuckles. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my right hand strong. I'm going to put it in the base of the fingers. I'm going to get it more in the palm, which will then start to get the club face a bit more closed. So I've got a weak left hand and I've got a strong right hand, and now all of a sudden I have the opportunity to now make the ball bend to the left. Unfortunately, the problem with that is that the left hand, the left shoulder, all gives way. It gives way, and it's very difficult for you to line that up. There are exceptions, but that's quite tricky. And what you see as a byproduct of that is a club face and a right arm that starts to jack up, because as the right hand is underneath and the right hand turns on top, it really starts to make the right shoulder and the right arm lock out. You get a bit steep, and all of a sudden the right hip doesn't want to turn out the way, and you start to get a little bit reverse pivoted, and it all just looks pretty nasty, because that right hand is fundamentally trying to turn itself inside. Whereas when we have a right hand with the palm looking more down, palm looking more down, and then we grip the golf club more in the fingers of the right hand, palm on top. Now all of a sudden this right forearm can start to rotate. Yes, oh my goodness, what, rotate forearms? Yeah, absolutely, rotate. It allows the shoulders to sit down and start to load that golf club at the top. Now, just in my right hand only, that really starts to feel like I can get some decent load in the golf club that will allow me to feel like shoulder sits down and I can pull the golf club out the golf ball, that will allow me, poor strike, that will allow me to start to use my right side of the body to hit the golf ball with. Yes, use the right side of my body to hit the golf ball with, because we want to use the right side of the body to hit the golf ball with, because that's where some energy is going to come from. It's been so frowned upon using the right side of the body to hit the golf ball that we lose all of our dynamics. And again, I'm going to bring out a great video on dynamics, so stay tuned for that. So this right shoulder, this right arm, when the palm of the hand sits more down, it allows it to load, allows the elbow to sit down, allows the shoulder to sit down, which then allows the right hip to feel like it can turn, as opposed to a strong hold that's making up the shortfall of a weak left hand that makes the right shoulder jack up because the right hand is trying to internally rotate, which will then start to hitch up your right hip and start to get you a little bit more lateral. I change the hold, put it weaker. I allow the forearm to rotate. I allow the shoulder to sit down. I let the hip rotate around, and all of a sudden, I've got myself in a much better spot here, rotated chest, shoulder, to pull that golf club into the golf ball. Shoddy strike again, but who's counting? So the right side of the body and how this right arm works is crucial to how that right hand sits on the golf club. So when we now put the better left hand on and a palm that sits more on top of the left hand and the club sits more into the fingers, we've now got a golf grip that gets the face in a good order on the way back, which allows my right shoulder and my right hip to start to move around me, which allows me to start to encourage some good dynamics down into the golf ball to hit a shot fairly neutral.
If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed.
There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there. Understanding the 4 positions of the grip. The strength and the weakness of the left hand, the strength and weakness of the right hand, and how they work together, and how all of those components that I referenced at the start will tower down, that will sit below the grip. Yet we all look past the grip so quickly. We all think, yeah, Stuart got the grip right, that's fine, no problem. And then when someone sends it on Skidis, I go, nope, try again. I've had so few people walk into the studio with a grip for the first time that's correct, and they've watched a lot of my content. Hopefully that's been insightful, because that really is the top of the pyramid of all of my golf coaching. And once you understand that and you get your hands in the right place, I absolutely promise you, you will be changing the way you move, and everything that I talk about will become so much easier for you to play the best golf of your life. Thank you so much for watching. Do consider subscribing while you're here, and I think you'll find, my friends, that is good coaching.